Welcome, welcome everybody. So glad that you're here today. I know you all are super busy and you've had an incredibly busy holiday because I know how busy you all are in your roles during the holiday season. And so now school's starting back and cold weather setting back in today for us, which is a rude awakening for us all, I'm afraid. It's not fun. I was enjoying those warmer temperatures, let me just say. And just thank you all for being here today for our FRYSC network. And just a reminder of our goal is to provide a collaborative network of professionals working as FRYSC coordinators within their districts. And appreciate the format that we're working with right now, of some of you just sharing some of the great strategies going on in your districts. Before we let them take over, I'm going to do one little quick thing. Just say, what is your favorite thing about winter? So you can type in as many numbers as you like. Do you like the warm fire with the hot cocoa and the Hallmark movies, I guess is what some of us might like to watch, or the sports? Do you like the beautiful winter scenes? Do you like the sports? Because we got this basketball going, we've got football going, finishing up. Do you just like the outdoor activities? Oh, I love it. Or do you like the baking and the comfort foods that we do a lot of times? With I like this. Look at this. We got a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of. I like it all. I love it. Yes, I'm kind of like you. I like it all. I like a good ball game. Snow days. Yes, we all love those snow days, don't we? Number one, all the way sitting into by the warm fire. Several fives. Go Bulldogs and Panthers. Love it. 2, 4. Yes, lots of thank you all so much for putting those in the chat. But I see a lot of ones and threes. It's hard not to work in a school and not like the high school basketball and all the sports that go on with our kids, isn't it? And then I see several fives. Oh yes, snow days, all the goody things, like it all. 1, 2, 4, 4. Yes, like being outside. Had a friend, she went tubing uh, during the holidays, and she really enjoyed it. The slowing down of days for winter. Yes, I'm with you. Beautiful. Yes, love it. Nothing prettier than just as long as long as no one loses electricity. I agree, 100%. Thank you. Appreciate everybody sharing their comments. Thank you so much. I'm going to drop that sign in one more time, and then I'm going to hand it over to Hazard Independent. They were so kind to agree to allow them to share as a district, because some of your feedback from the last meeting was, having some things that are high school. So Helen she is going to share some too if she's able to make it back for us. But we are going to let Sarah and Tammy start for us. So we have Sarah Olinger with the middle school and Tammy Feltner with the elementary. So I'm going to stop sharing, Tammy. And Sarah, you all go ahead and share your screens. Let's make sure you can do it. Can you get it in there? Can't hear you.
Can you see it now?
Can anybody else see it? I'm looking. I'm
I
not
can see it
seeing
on
it.
my end.
Huh?
Yeah, I can see it on my end.
Okay. All righty. Let me look and see. So yes, they can see it.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's not anything fancy. Just kind of throwed it together. So here we go. So Helen had asked if we would do something about our Christmas giveaway that we usually do, to make sure all of our students who are economically challenged has a better Christmas and stuff. So here we have Hazard Independent Schools. Roy G. Everso, I am the family resource. Sarah is Hazard Middle School, and Helen is at Hazard High School. And I've got a little saying down here on the bottom, and it says, those who say it can't be done should not interrupt us who are doing it. So that's kind of the way I feel about it. Whenever you, especially when you talk about FRYSC, because we're always doing the impossible, as they say. Uh, so let's go. We're going to try to get this next slide here. All right. Can we move them? I'm trying to see if I can move you all here. Okay, there we go. Okay, in the Hazard Independent School System, more than half of our students is considered economically disadvantaged. So I think we're looking at about maybe 60+%. Um, and I know a lot of people think that since we are a independent school district that we are not usually considered that, but we really are. We've got a lot of disadvantaged students. Between the times of Thanksgiving and Christmas, it puts added stress on all of our families. So, we're talking about food, we're talking about Christmas, we're talking about all the extra things that goes along with it. So, a lot of our families really feel that stress during that time frame. On top of food insecurity, our families are concerned about how they can afford Christmas for children in the home. And with the added technology, these gifts many students want, so they can be like the other students who may receive these gifts. So you have a lot of kids that like to have the nicer things, the more expensive things. And I know a lot of times we can't provide that, but we can provide things that that can go along so they don't feel like they're so left out. Since we are a smaller school system, we as FRYSC serve families with siblings that may be attending all three schools. So we are a very small school system, and we have I may have some at the elementary, Sarah has some at the middle, and Helena has some at the high school. And we try to service all of those kids the same and make sure that all of them are treated the same and all of them have the same amount. Also, with the added stress that many grandparents or other relatives trying to raise their grandchildren or other members of their family to keep these children out of foster care. So we do have quite a bit of families that are raising grandparents that are raising their grandchildren. We have relatives who are raising their cousins or their nieces and nephews, or just anything to keep the kids out of the foster care system. So a lot of times these families will we will be trying to help these families, with their food insecurity also, because a lot of the grandparents, and as a lot of you all know, they will not turn their children in so that they can get extra money for their kids, for the grandkids and stuff, for fear that the parents will come and take the children. And so this way, we try to help them be able to come together and help them with the Christmas and food and so forth. We as FRYSC see the Hazard School System work together to see that our economically disadvantaged students are serviced for Christmas season so that no child feels left out. How we determine. So a lot of people ask us a lot of times, how do we determine who we have that we're going to do and who we're not? Some children are already that we already know. I mean, you already have kids that you already know that you're going to have to help. But there's some kids that may fall through the cracks. And we try to help those kids also. So your teachers are the ones that usually know your kids better than anybody else. They have them in class. They see what's going on with them. They have the personality or the personable help that they need with those kids and stuff. So our teachers help us determine who we need to put on our Christmas star list. This year, we serviced over 150 students in our school system. And it says, how do we do it? We as FRYSC take a list of the students that was referred. We pull each child, get their shirt, pants, shoe size, and ask them what is one special gift that they would like. That gift must be something that is reasonable. We then transfer that information to individual stars that we have made and cut out, and has a number on them that corresponds with that child from a master list that we've comprised. So every child has a number. So if we have, say that we have a child that is has, say, there's three of them in that family, we will say like their number might be number 53, and then we will say 53A, B, and C, so that we know that those three kids are in one family, and that when the parent comes to get the gifts, all they have to do is just pick up for all their kids at one time, instead of us going through the list and trying to find individual numbers. We make sure that we have our stars done on trees at the individual schools by the time that parents and families come in to eat Thanksgiving lunch with the students. And we put them out before Thanksgiving break, so that it gives the parents and the teachers and our other community partners time to purchase the gifts and bring them back to school. Now, we have a lot of our people who wants to have the stars before Black Friday. They like to do all their shopping during that time frame. So we try to have it out so that they can get it done. And it's volunteer time at Hazard Independent. We wrap every present. We try to make sure that kids have stuff to open up, not just to put them in the bags, but we try to wrap every present and put them in the individual bags with the numbers on them. And this is such a big job that we have to call in our retired teachers, our office staff, family members. We call in the high school students come and help us wrap. It's a huge job, because you're talking about over 150 kids with at least 3, 4, 5 gifts apiece. And so everything has to be wrapped, put in a bag, and separated out. So we do this days before. If we give the gifts out like on this year, we give them out on Thursday because Friday is such a hard day. So we give them out on Thursday. So we started wrapping a little bit earlier, but we really kicked into high gear Monday morning. And we wrapped all day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then on Wednesday evening, we usually have all of our bags is all set out, and we stay until we get every kid set up and all their gifts in their bags. And we also go through, and if we have siblings, we try to make sure that each sibling has the same exact number of gifts as the other ones do. So, like, say that somebody got one child's name in a family, and that child, they bought that child, say, 7 gifts. Well, we try to go through and make sure that the other 2 siblings have 7 gifts also. That way that nobody gets their feelings hurt, and that we can make sure that everybody's covered all the way around. Getting the gifts out to the families 3 or 4 days before we give them out. We send notes home with the instruction of the times, where to pick up the gifts up. And we set up and wait for the parents to pick up the gifts. Now, I also say that we wrap all of our gifts, because I have nowhere at the elementary school to do this. We do it all at the middle school. So we take Sarah's office, a room across the hallway, and in the middle of the hallway. We have all of these gifts lined up, and we set them all up. And then on the morning that we give them out, I have a school bus come, and we get some of the kids from the middle school, the older kids, and some from the high school come and help us load all of the gifts. And we've already got them in numerical order. So we start from the back, the last number, and we go forward so that all the numbers will be in numerical order, and we'll have them all the way up to the beginning. And it took us this year with a large school bus, a regular size school bus. We had 3 loads that had to be delivered. So we took them all out, took them off to the middle school, put them in the gym. We have a sign out sheet with each individual child, and that parent has to sign out each individual child's stuff so that we've got a record of who got what, and somebody can not say that we didn't do this child or that child. We've already got everything all together. And this year we had lots of bicycles and a lot of bigger gifts. So it took a lot to transport them from one place to the other. And then after they come and pick the gifts up, a lot of times Sarah and I help them load up the gifts. This year we had like a couple of high school students that come and helped us, and we would be in the back of cars removing car seats and things like that, just so that we could get all the gifts inside of the cars and get them loaded up for the families. There is kind of a small scale. We couldn't get all of it in, so everybody on the front, everything on the front part didn't get pictured. But we also put everything in black contractors bags so that nobody can see what each child's got. Nobody knows anything. All they see is that we've got gifts there, and it's all covered up, and you can see the white paper on the front that's got every number on it. Like I see number 34 here on the front, so we had number 34, A, B, and C. I see right there. So that was one family that we knew that we had. So that's the end of our presentation.
Awesome. I
And
love how sorry.
Helen is getting ready to sign on.
Okay, all righty. Well, thank you. I just want to really say thank you for sharing like how you like organize it and tell like, that you're even trying to match up to make sure siblings have the same number of gifts because that's a real thing among kids, having the same number of gifts. That's so thoughtful of you all and so kind to take that extra step of consideration for them. That's just wonderful. And how you talked about how you wrapped and what you did to get things. So when they came and got them, you said that's like at the right before school's out for Christmas, you said?
Yes. Outdoor, so nobody really sees them except us.
And that's all in the instructions that you send to them is
Yes.
where to go to pick up and everything. That's awesome because that's just a really nice system that you have in place. It sounds like it that's working really well. And just wrapping them, I think that's so sweet too because so many of us, I'm guilty. I'll drop it in the bag because that's the easy way to go. But wrapping them, there's just something special about getting wrapped gifts now. So you're making me feel guilty. Next year, I'm gonna try to make sure I wrap all mine.
So also, we have kids that goes, and all this FRYSC do, that gets to go do special shopping, like shop with the fire department or shop with a cop and different things like that. So when we do that, we bring all the gifts back to the school, and as we're checking out at Walmart, we put them all in special bags, and we write the kid's name on it. And then when we get back to school, we also wrap all of those gifts and send them, because if we're afraid lots of times, and I know everybody else is too, if they get to go home, they don't make it to Christmas. They may be gone. The parents, some things may happen. So this way we make sure that all their gifts is also wrapped and put in those bags. And whenever we also let the kids go shopping, we try to make sure that siblings get to go so that no kid is left out. And one kid didn't get to go and the other one did. And so we try to make sure, working together, that siblings get to go and get the same amount.
That's wonderful. Thank you all for sharing. Does anybody have any questions for Tammy and Sarah?
Okay, Helen's got one that she's wanting to do also. So
is she on? I think I saw that she's on.
Yeah, she's on. She
Gotcha. All right. So, Helen, do you want to share your screen? I'm trying to find you.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, guys. What I want to talk about is something that my kids have been working on. That my kids, our students, started working on at the beginning of our school system this year. We've been talking a lot about what makes education successful, particularly here at Hazard High School, and what student success looks like. And so we partnered with the university. We took a group of high school students that were freshmen, sophomore, junior, and senior, and partnered with the University of Kentucky. And these kids have talked about what is student success, and they actually worked and developed a survey that they administered to every student here at Hazard High School with such questions as just what student success look like to you. For you, what does your future look like? It had questions about different classes they were taking, what classes they would like to see, what their plan was for post-graduation, whether our school was providing them with options and educating them in regards to whether they were going to go into technology or whether they were going to stay and go to college or whether they planned to go to work right after school. They combined results of their survey, and then they actually decided to survey alumni that had graduated from Hazard. They went all the way back to people who graduated in the 60s and 70s to find out what they thought about the education they had received at Hazard. It was interesting because education back in the 70s was so much different than what we offer now. But what they found out was that Hazard High School did seem to be preparing their students for a successful postgraduate experience. They also found out that or were able to highlight certain things that they wished were also offered at Hazard High School. For example, they wanted more options as far as a non-college choice. They would love to have more opportunities as far as technical education goes. Right now, they're able to get auto repair and some construction and nursing, and that's all the options that are open to us right now. So they were looking into other possibilities. We're actually getting ready to present this to our school board, and next week we're going to be in Frankfurt presenting it to a group in Frankfurt also. So it really, what it's all about is I do all the stuff that Tammy and them do, but because we're a high school, we don't have kids that are quite as needy. So I look for other opportunities to help them explore what their future is going to be, what their education is going to look like, and also give them a voice in how that's going to turn out. So, any questions?
Yeah, I mean, she can hear you, but
Yeah.
we can't hear her.
That is great. Yes.
Turn the volume on.
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
If anybody who knows me, I've always got a question. But that is a wonderful opportunity that you all have there. Is that something that UK looks to partner with other schools, or
They actually partnered with a school in Frankfurt,
uh-huh.
and 2 years ago. And when we go to Frankfurt next week, we're going to be meeting with them also to talk with the legislators and some other student success audit people to talk about what schools all over the state of Kentucky are doing. There are 3 of us now that have participated in this program.
That is awesome. So, I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Can you would you email me your project?
I sure will.
I think I've got it. I can drop it in the folder and I'll include that in the email when we follow up.
Yeah, I'll
today.
send that to you, Mary, as soon as we get off the Zoom.
Perfect. And who do you contact?
Yeah, we're really proud. We'd love any opportunity we can to get these kids out and let them, not only talk about what they did, but it just gives them a lot of experience being able to present their work.
Oh, that is wonderful. Yes. And one other question is, who do you contact at UK for information on this? Do you have a contact?
Dr. Daniela DeCamo, and I can also send you her contact information. She's actually in Scotland right now. She's taking a sabbatical this semester.
Oh, wow.
But she still is very much tied to her email.
Gotcha. Okay. So you'll include that information in the email
I will.
too. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. So that sounds like a wonderful opportunity for your kids to have an experience.
Yeah, it just kind of fell in our laps. I work with a group of teens called Envision Hazard Teens, and she discovered Hazard High School through our work with that. So,
I have
That's
a
awesome.
question.
yeah,
So that's what I was going to ask. Is this student success audit, is that something you named it, or is that a program at UK?
that was a program that they gave to us. We did not name that.
Okay. So if we did contact someone there at UK, we could possibly be a part of this.
Oh yeah, they definitely would be thrilled to share their information with you.
Okay.
Wonderful. That's an awesome opportunity for kids, especially for the high school, because sometimes it's hard to find things for your high school students, isn't it?
Well, it also gave them the opportunity to feel like they had a part in their education or in shaping, the education of others. I think it's really important when students feel like they're being listened to.
Oh,
So
for sure.
when you started, you said that she found you through that group Envision. So what
Yes.
what was your original, how did you develop your original group? What was that Envision group?
Envision Hazard is a group of teens from Hazard and Perry County that work within the community to provide opportunities for the youth and also just to help create community in the town. And so being at Hazard High School, I of course said, oh yeah, these Hazard kids will be glad to do that. And I mean, I asked them first, but they were very gung-ho. And so we also pulled in kids that were not part of Envision Hazard once it became a project for the high school.
So that Envision group, did they go to the city council meetings and join
They do
community?
that. They are invested with the city council meetings and the Chamber of Commerce meetings. And
Is there just like an Envision Hazard people at track, or is that just Envision Hazard team?
this group is I'm director of Envision Hazard, but I also formed the group Envision Hazard Teens, and that's where the youth group came. It's 2 years old.
Okay.
So you
we
formed
just
it.
we have kids who want to be involved in the community, and they complain there's nothing to do. Well, here you are.
Make something.
Make something to do. So
That's
once again,
awesome.
trying to give them an opportunity to find their voice and to make a difference.
That's phenomenal. I love that, Helen. That's great.
Just
So
sorry,
you
I didn't
just
show you the thing.
Oh, you're fine. No, 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 no. They actually can go and look through it and get more information from
Yeah.
it. And just you telling us, that's the whole point of this. That's no worries about that at all. Don't think twice about that, please. But just the information and the opportunity that you're providing your kids. So you had this idea, because I know you're involved in a lot of different things too as a high school youth service center, that you are, because I saw you at STLP and different places. You're everywhere. I know you are.
Well, I'm lucky that because being the youth service center and not an actual teacher, my time is so much more flexible and I'm not really tied to a schedule. So it allows me to do things like help at STLP and the academic team and the speech team and the entrepreneurship team and engineering stuff. It just gives me an opportunity to get in all these different things, which actually helps me bond with all the kids.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, you said you helped to start that Envision group. Did you have any kind of
Yes.
like protocol? Did you use any kind of thing to help guide you in that, or is
Are you
that just,
talking about the Envision Hazard Teens or the Envision Hazard group?
well, there's two. So,
Envision Hazard is a group that was formed before COVID hit us. And it
okay.
was because our downtown was dying. And we wanted to try to make a more vibrant downtown. And from that, it was just a group of community citizens that we met and started meeting. And of course, we met with the local governments and all the different business opportunities and stuff. We ended up writing grants, hiring a downtown coordinator. We have at this point have brought over 85 new businesses into downtown Hazard. And I'm thrilled to tell you now that downtown Hazard is vibrant and it's exciting and it's really thriving. And so from that, COVID kind of shut us down for a couple of years. You know, Zoom meetings, it's hard to get things done with a community group through Zoom. So we've kicked that back up, but because of that, because my focus is actually these kids at the high school, I wanted to give them an opportunity to do what the adults in the community had done. And so that's where Envision Hazard Teens came from.
Gotcha. So
And of
that's
course, being in Hazard High School, my first ones were Hazard High School, but now I've got kids who are working from actually the other two high schools in Perry County who are also a part of our internships. And we provide summer internships for all these kids. We provide internships with our art station. We provide them entrepreneur internship. We provide internships with Envision Hazard. So we're giving these kids an opportunity, especially through the summer, to do a paid internship where they get to actually be a part of hazard and downtown development and the art scene and building new businesses and stuff.
I love that. So it started from a community group, and then you went a step further and brought it to your high school kids, and you're even
Yes.
providing them opportunities. So those internships and apprenticeships are working with that Envision group. I'm is what I'm hearing,
Yes.
right?
And you know, and we've been very fortunate too. This year, LKLP and EKCEP have stepped up and offered employment opportunities to students in our area. They're hiring Buckhorn kids, they've hired Perry Central kids, and they're hiring Hazard kids. And they place them with different businesses in the community, and they also place them with opportunities in the school to also. And these kids are getting paid. Now they're getting paid all year long right now through this LKLP program.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Tell them
So
how many students have you got doing this, Helen?
at Hazard High School right now, we have, I wrote it up when I was working on my CPPs. But at Hazard, we have something like 43 kids. And I don't know, and we have a lot. And some of those actually are kids that are also partnered with PRI, the Partners for Rural Internship, because we've got kids who are helping with the middle school, and they're doing tutoring, and they're doing at Roy G, they're doing that. And we've got them in lots of businesses here in Hazard too. Retail businesses, the coffee shop, the toy store. We've got them working at the daycares. We've got them working at the nursing home. We've just been very fortunate, and LKLP has picked up and paying their salaries. So,
And they're learning life skills too, like how to fill out a timesheet.
yes. They're having to show up for work. They're having to be responsible. They're having to learn how to do timesheets. Every one of them that's on there, for the most part, they end up learning how to set up new bank accounts. They're learning how to manage their money. I'm requiring all of them. They're not all doing it, but we set savings accounts for a lot of them because we want them to learn how to save their money. And some of them even have started an investing club. So
That's funny.
it's been real fun.
Yeah.
And we're hoping we're hoping the program continues to get funding because it's been wonderful, especially with our seniors. Our seniors don't have a whole lot of classwork to do at this point. And so they either are encouraged to take college classes or go be employed. And this has allowed us to get a lot of those kids employed that probably wouldn't have been able to have done so otherwise.
So a question. What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear it. So all this is funded through grants that the group has gotten then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Totally, 100%.
My son also is from Letcher County, and he was employed through this program with the Forum, doing a summer camp for kids who are interested in acting and stuff like that. So it's actually spreading out to other counties as well that are within driving distance, but still giving them opportunities for work.
Yes,
so we appreciate it. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's
great. We're looking for art interns for this summer, actually. Too. So if you all know of any students who have an interest in art or theater or just, working in a very creative environment, we'd love for them to reach out.
Is that open to like just surrounding counties, Helen? Because that would be a
We
really good
actually had a
thing.
girl from Pikeville this past summer.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think your GT people, if there's, because I know Tammy Potter, she works with GT in Morgan County. Your GT contacts in your district would be really good people
Yeah.
for those
I
of
don't know if
you.
we would go as far as Morgan County. We probably would do Leslie, not Perry, Letcher.
Okay. Pike,
Yeah, and
I guess
Pikeville,
with
of course.
Pikeville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just our adjoining counties.
Okay.
Martin.
All right. Martin. Okay. Well, that is awesome to know about that. So definitely be sure to share that with your counselors and things that for those of you on that might be an opportunity for an arts internship. That sounds awesome.
Arts and civic. We have a civic fellowship too. And so I can get the information out for that too, and that can be shared.
That would be
Luke Glaser,
wonderful.
our assistant principal, who's also a city commissioner, is the one who runs that particular internship program.
Okay. All right. So in the email that you send to me, you'll have your some information for the contact for UK, your presentation that you had there, uh, and then you're also going to have information on internships.
Yes, I will.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. Does anybody else have any other questions for Helen in relation to things that she shared? Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. To me, this is what I've envisioned this being, is somebody just getting to talk about the awesome things they're doing in their district
I
and
think we'll
communities.
take any chance to brag
Yeah.
about what we do.
Well, that's what you need to do. And you know what? A lot of people don't do that. They don't brag, they don't get the opportunity to brag enough about all the great things they're doing. And then sometimes people don't realize how great they are, which this is phenomenal what all you all are doing for the kids. And so appreciate you all sharing. That's been awesome. We really appreciate it. But does anybody have anything else? Nothing else? Thank you, Helen, Tammy, and Sarah. We appreciate you all so much for sharing the great things going on at Hazard Independent. And I've got your emails on slides, and then plus that I'll be dropping in the folder that we have. So making sure that we have all that information, and then we've also recorded this so that if you wanted to go back and hear or ask a question, Helen, Tammy, and Sarah, I feel fully confident that they will be happy to hear from anybody and answer any questions anybody has.
And Mary, if you know of any programs that our kids could be a part of, I miss partnering with KVEC to provide, opportunities. They've been
Yes,
they've been
yes,
wonderful, especially with
yes,
a lot of the entrepreneurship things we've done in the past. They really got us started on that.
yes, yes. As soon as we hear things, I share things out, and so I'll be sure to keep that in mind, Helen, and make sure to let you all know
Thank you.
anything more, and I'll be sure to include that in these meetings too. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll keep that in mind. Um, Is there anything else? Teresa, do you have anything that you want to ask or update or share?
No, I think everybody, I know in my region knows we're having a regional meeting on February the 5th. So other than that, keep writing and working on your CPPs, having work group sessions and our work sessions scheduled. We've had a week worth of those, going to have a few more. So just keep working.
Mhm. Does anybody have any questions on your CCP?
CPP.
CPP. There you go. I'll get
That's
them right.
that's a loaded question right there, Mary.
Oh, take it back. Can I take it back? No.
Yeah.
But I know you all have great, Teresa's awesome to reach out to. She gets back with me always whenever I ask her questions, and appreciate always having her help with
Um,
things.
I was going to say, Mary, I just saw Brittany Brown is on here, and she's the regional program manager for Region 7. And I didn't know if you saw her on here.
I did not. Thank you for mentioning that. Brittany, did you have anything you wanted to share or mention?
We're on the exact same page as Teresa, except our meeting is the 14th of this month. So,
Okay. So that's that's this week. So just a couple
yep.
of days away. All right. Well, that's good to know. Um, and there's one more. Russell's not on here, I guess, is he? Because I did not notice him
I
either.
I didn't see.
I'm here.
Okay.
There's
I'm here.
Russell.
Russell, do you have anything you want to share or bring up to the group?
No, no, just the same as Teresa and Brittany. We just completed all of our CPP writing sessions, so we're in
Okay.
good shape.
All right. Sounds great. Wonderful, wonderful. Great things. All right. Now, of course, my next thing is questions, thoughts for the next meeting. Um, I had talked to Janine because we had conversation. Uh, Janine, is your group, will you or people with your district, I believe Morgan County, would you all want to share for the next meeting date?
Yeah, I'm going to check with them to make sure, but I think it should be okay.
So Janine, all right. So I will check with you all. I'll send an email to you on Friday. Is that okay? To double check and see if that's good. And just like how Hazard did it, you see that we had an elementary, middle, high combination. I like that. Or if you just want to do a whole district kind of share out, I think that that's great of just sharing the strategies that you just feel are really great. And this is the thing that I always kind of worry about with some districts because I see this all the time with FRYSC. I see it all the time with our teachers that they're doing phenomenal things in their classroom, but it's what they do every day and they don't think it's that great, but it really is. And not everybody's doing what you're doing. And so that's the thing that I always kind of want to encourage people to think about is what you think is commonplace might not be so common in other schools. And so, kind of keeping that in mind. And so, I really appreciate you all sharing the great things going on in your districts. I brought up the slide. These were things that were brought up as possible topics and things to be sharing on. And I know that the big thing was this networking. That had the most votes of anything on our survey. And so, we're going to keep with that. But we're going to have a survey in March. Our next meeting date is March the 16th. So that's after those plans are due, I believe, right?
Yes, yes.
It's after that due date. So that's off our shoulders. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So March the 16th, more about the impact reports. Yes, that's what we kind of want to, is making sure to share about those impact reports and those types of things and those strategies. So definitely want to highlight those things. I'm not sure, but on the 16th, I'll check with Janine on Friday to make sure that that's good to go with sharing out of the great things going on there in Morgan County. But I'm also going to have a survey on that day that I'll be sending out and sharing of, continuing this format. Also, we'll have dates. I'm going to try to find dates similar to what we did this year, and we will share those out. The surveys just to try to get feedback from you all, because if we continue with our network, we want to make sure that we're meeting your needs and, having it be something that you all want to come and be a part of. That's the most important thing for us. So that's our next date. And at that time, we will be having the meeting dates listed and seeing if those work out. And I'll run those by Teresa too. And Brittany and Russell let you all look at them as well before I put those out. But that ends our meeting for today. I do have a little survey that, Teresa, do you have a number for them to use for this to count as their time?
No,
Do you not?
no.
All right. I do have an ELA credit that's on the survey that I think you have said can work. So
Yeah,
if
it
they could,
works.
if that works, we can let that be what that they can have there then as a number for this. So I'm going to drop that in the chat for you all. Everything's went away on me. Weird stuff's going on for me here. Let's see. There it is. All right, I'm going to drop it in the chat. Now, it will send you a certificate. It already has some lines filled out for you. But it will send you a certificate from kvec.training@theholler.org. And sometimes that will go to your junk. When you hit submit, it will send an email to the email you provided in the survey. So please make sure that is correct, because if it is not the correct email, it doesn't know where to send it.
We're
But
all three sharing a computer. Can you
yes,
email that out?
yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
I can also do that, or you all can just take turns filling it out, because I think it'll let you resubmit it each time
Okay.
if you want to do that as well. That's another option you can do. But yeah, I can include that on there too. But thank you all so much for being here today. Please be sure in the feedback to give us suggestions and things of that nature. But like I said, we'll have a survey next meeting time in March to also get some information to help us plan for the 26-27 year. That sounds so weird, doesn't it? That sounds really weird. I don't know what's happening to those. Time is marching on. Oh well. But thank you all again for being here today, and you all have a wonderful day and a great week, and thank you for all that you do. You all are phenomenal people and do great work, and I just hope you get the appreciation you deserve of what all you do for our kids. So thanks, and you all have a great day.